Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Alcove Indoor-Outdoor Pendant. This is the 362555. Perfect to use inside with no problems at all. Great to use outside. It is robust and has Hubbardton Forge's coastal finishes working with it. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself, and that's going to be independent of the rods that it's hanging from. 12.5 inches high, 7.8 inches in diameter. The overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling, is going to give you a range. Hubbardton is using a system of interconnected pipes. This is going to be a chart down in the corner over there, and that's going to show you the overall heights, and they're going to be fixed, that they're going to be offering you, and which combinations of which pipes are going to get you to those overall heights. Another place to see that is going to be on the install instructions. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. A lot of good information there. There's going to be a full parts list. There's going to be information about the canopy, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. It's going to show you how to put these things together, which is really just all you're going to do is screw them together. So these pipes, let's take this off for a second. So pipes are going to have threading on the inside there, inside here. You're going to be getting a bunch of these little connectors that connect them together, and they have threading on the ends. Okay, you're going to be getting two pieces of the 12, one piece of the 6, and one piece of the 3. That's going to start you off. So, like I said before, the overall height on this is going to be 15.2 to 48.2, but this is going to ship with 84 inches of wire. And when you're on that installations instructions PDF, you're going to see, like I said, that full parts list, how to put these together like this. Little chart I talked about a minute ago is going to be on there too, so that'll show you what you can do. So if you want to go beyond that 48.2 and you know you have 84 inches of wire, and you're going to have a bit of wire on the end of this, you can probably just order another kit from me of these pipes and then kind of go from there and use which pipes you need to get to where you guys need to go. If you need to be dramatically longer, let's say you need this to be 100 inches overall height or 140 or 200, send me a quick email. So you're looking at the Alcove 362555. Tell me what you need. So tell me the overall height you're looking for. I'm going to take your email, send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department. It'll come back with an answer. Adds a little more time and money, but we do customs every day. It's not a big deal, especially if you're using this inside, like over at Kitchen Island. A lot of people are going to do that because it's such a beautiful fixture. Maybe a circumstance like that. The other thing, as far as the customization goes, this fixture, because it's designed to be outside, is not slope ceiling adaptable. You'll notice there's a little bit of a play here, and that's, you know what that's really for is if this gets hit by wind, it's going to allow this to gently go to the side, little bit by little bit. It relieves a lot of the pressure and tension from these poles. But if you were using this as an indoor fixture, like in a kitchen, and you have slope ceilings, I can do this custom to be slope ceiling adaptable. Again, you got to drop me a quick email, tell me what you're up to, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so why don't we move on again and talk about the canopy on this guy. 5 inches in diameter. It's going to go over your standard junction box, just like that. It's going to have a retaining, not a retaining thing, but it's going to actually have a universal mounting kit that's going to fit right in here, and it's going to go over a lot of different boxes, so take advantage of that. You'll see that on the installations instructions as well. Okay, why don't we move on and we'll talk about glass really quick. So you're going to have two different types of glass to play with on this. You're going to have opal glass, which is an opaque glass, so you can use whatever bulb you like. Doesn't matter how pretty they are, you're not going to be able to see it. And actually these white bulbs are going to be pretty good in there. Other version is going to be clear, and just like it sounds. So if you use like a decorative bulb like this is a T6, you could use something like that. These are LEDs, so you can use a lot of different things in these pieces of glass, but these are the prettier ones that you might want to zero in if you are using clear. The size of the bulb, the recommended size, is called an A19. An A19 is just a regular size light bulb we all grew up with. Incandescent, you can go up to 100 watts incandescent because of the heat that throws off from this bulb. This is a LED version of this bulb, barely throws any heat, doesn't use a lot of electricity. This piece of glass is a pretty good sized piece of glass, and you could, if you want to, go up a little bit. So this is an A20. So an A20 you'll notice is a little bigger than an A19. I can find this up to 150 watt equivalent, sometimes 200 watt equivalent out in the marketplace if I need this to throw a ton of light. I'll talk more about LEDs in a second, but here's another thing. So if you guys are in the state of California and you're pulling permits and pulling permits in the state of California for new construction or renovation that are going to probably make you do Title 24 compliant fixtures, email me again, say what you're up to, talk about that part of it, Title 24, and we can often do a setup with a socket that's a GU24 to get you across the finish line with the state of California, so kind of remember that. As standard product, this is going to be shipping with just a regular medium base socket, which takes, just like I said, that medium base bulb we all grew up with, so it's very easy. You can find these bulbs everywhere. You can find them at your grocery store, at drugstores, at Ace Hardware, True Value. You don't need to go online to find good bulbs for this, so don't worry about that part of it. When we talk about LEDs, we always talk about the color temperature of the LEDs. 2700 Kelvin, that's going to be that super yellow setting sun look. And then way on the other side of that, you're going to notice when you're looking at these LEDs either online or in a store, it's going to offer daylight. Be really careful because daylight is like an overcast day. That's the bluish white light that a lot of people aren't so crazy about with the LEDs. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that scale. What we like to use in our showroom is called warm white, and that's 3,000 Kelvin. That's what we use here. It's a nice warmth that looks like an incandescent glow, and that's what we generally will go for. So I would probably, if I was out looking, I would probably just pick up like an A19, something like this. If I was doing the opaque glass, the opal glass, I would go for this. If I was doing the other glass, there's all kinds of bulbs. There's an A19 right there, that's an LED as well. So this would probably be the choice to going into that clear glass dimmable fixture. So if you're going to be doing incandescent, you can just use a regular dimmer. Tell your installer if you're doing an LED, so they put the correct LED dimmer on the wall for you. They only use aircraft grade aluminum to make all of their outdoor lighting, and the reason they do that is because aluminum holds up better than any other material in harsh extreme weather. When you go out and you're out in the world, look up and you'll see those jet airlines flying up there way above your head. They're all made out of aluminum for a reason, because it holds up beautifully, it welds beautifully, it doesn't rust, it's very light, and it's just the best material to use outside. So on top of that, they have developed these outdoor baked epoxy powder coats that can go over this and make them pretty much indestructible, and we're going to talk about that right now. So how they do this, you'll notice in the picture next to me, there's a picture of a woman, and she's actually shooting powdered finish at the fixture, and they take the fixture, let's say this is the fixture to begin with, okay? They wire it up with a wire here, a wire coming down. They run a small amount of electricity through it to make it positive. And what that does, it makes it attract everything around it. So when she's over there spraying little bits of powdered finish, what it's going to do, it's going to go over the entire fixture. It's going to get into every nook, every cranny, top, bottom, sides, the whole thing. They're going to take that fixture, they're going to put it into an oven. That's going to melt that down and make it into a hard epoxy shell. And it makes it, incredibly strong. Because they do this, and these things have been tested in these wind chambers where they have shot, salty seawater at them, basically, because that's what's going to happen on a beach, right? Where a lot of these things are going to end up. They had to really do that to make sure that they're going to hold up for you. And because they have done that, they offer the best warranty for the entire lighting industry. And you can see that over on the left-hand side of your screen. Limited lifetime warranty for residential use, and check it out, and it'll really make you feel better about their products. Okay. Moving on from there, why don't we talk about our showroom in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton forged fixtures spread across 2 floors. We actually have a What's on Display page on our website. It's over in the red tabs over on the left-hand side of your screen, so you can open up that and check it out. Showroom has also a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an amazing deal for you. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you guys are going to come visit us, do me a favor, bring a big SUV, if you can, if you have one, only because the boxes are set up for shipping. Measure everything you can think of. So measure with a measuring tape, measure your ceilings, measure counters, tables, distances between junction boxes and things like ceilings, because if you're looking, you want to make sure when you're looking at these things that they're going to be able to be used by you for your needs, okay? And then also bring an iPad. If you guys are doing a project and you have a tablet laying around at home, take pictures with that. Take pictures, and you can bring that tablet in, and we can go through all those pictures together and look and see what you guys are doing, and I can help you out on that, okay? So when you buy your Hubbardton forged fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else does that. Some larger items, generally big things on pallets and custom things, are going to be non-returnable. We'll always tell you that on the page for it, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. And then on top of all that, we offer a rush program. So in order for you to get all of these different finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. It takes generally about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it is super, super inexpensive. A lot of people don't even know about it. If you want to know about it, the best thing to do is just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. You can also call 802-446-2400 during business hours. And so I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you guys want to talk to me. And then you can email us 7 days a week at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. So I think that kind of wraps things up on this. You guys have any questions at all, let me know. Thank you for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.